everyone, this is a meal that I'm going to prepare thanks to Home Chef. I really love this service. It has proven to be awesome for us. We are going to be making spaghetti with ricotta meatballs. So this sounds fabulous. The first thing that I need to do is chop up the garlic and the parsley. So I'm going to do that real quick. Whoops. Oh, that's not the right knife. And I just have a little bit of parsley here. It's just fresh parsley. I don't know, probably about, a good handful. And then I have 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to use this both for some spaghetti and for some garlic bread. And I have my handy dandy garlic press that I love. I also have some water heating on the stove for the pasta, and I have some oil in a pan for the meatballs. And it says to divide this equally into 3 different piles, the garlic. So I will do that. This is all trash. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, about like that. So we got that going for us. And now we're going to step over to the bowl where we are going to put a pound of ground beef. I can open the package. And let's see, I'm going to mix the ground beef, liquid egg, ricotta cheese, and let's see, so how much of each? A fluid ounce of liquid egg, so that's about 1 egg. And ricotta cheese. This is not much ricotta. It is about 1 ounce of ricotta cheese. Half of the grated pepperoni cheese. I'm not familiar with this cheese. It looks like, oh, what does it look like? Parmesan. So I would say just use that. And breadcrumbs and parsley. So most of the parsley, just use a little bit for garnish. 1/3 of the garlic. So I'm going to gather 1/3 of that. Three-quarters teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper and the breadcrumbs. So it also came with breadcrumbs. I'm going to say this is probably 1/4 cup. Good, I'm glad they didn't give it to us in ounces. And salt and pepper. Okay, now I'm going to dig in here with my hand, and I am just going to mix all of this up together. And we're going to form, it says 10 meatballs, about the size of ping pong balls. And then we will brown these in the skillet. I have a skillet on medium high with about a teaspoon of olive oil in it. And we're just going to brown these until they are not cooked all the way through, just browned on the outside. I'm going to use this as my garbage bowl now. And I will take this mixture. Goodness. That means my oven is done. One. Two. Three. That's a big one. That's a daddy-sized one. If you make them all different sizes, then people know they're homemade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. 9. And 10. Perfect. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to take those 10 meatballs and plop them into the skillet. I'm sure this is fun to watch, isn't it? I just placed the meatballs into the pan, and I'm going to let them brown on all sides. Ooh, I'm getting a little brown, a little brown, a little brown. Ooh, I need to watch that, Tammy. Maybe turn down the heat a little bit. I have it on 8. So I'm going to turn it down to about 7. And I will fast forward this process Okay, once the meatballs are browned, I'm going to add 14 ounces of marinara sauce. I'm going to turn this down some more. And let this simmer in here. And I'm going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. This is just McCormick. And a little bit of seasoned salt. And then I'm going to add another third of that garlic. Now I'm just going to let this simmer so that the meatballs cook all the way through and that this marinara sauce gets good and nice and yummy and all the flavors marry and get all happy together. And then I'm going to add my pasta. I have 6 ounces of pasta to my boiling water. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to that as well. So I'm adding salt. Hopefully you guys can see that one. You can't, can you? And the pasta. My husband kind of likes it when they're long, so I'll just let that make itself shrink down into the pot here soon. There we go. And then I will add a little bit of oil just to keep them from sticking. And I'm going to let this all simmer and shimmy for about 10 minutes, and I'll be back.